Hi, I'm Dr. Webb. Welcome to Strategic Business Communication. Over the next 4 weeks, we'll be going through a lot of content and information and having it culminate in a business plan and presentation that you're going to be demonstrating your business communication skills both orally and in writing, but not just in general, but from a strategic or a tactical approach. I would like to start off by thinking about how you communicate on a daily basis, both in writing, in person, and through your body language. That's another important element that sometimes gets disregarded when it comes to communication in general. So I'm sure that you attend lots of meetings, you may create reports, you may fill out forms, you may create emails. Regardless of what or how you communicate both in writing or in person, you need to continue to think about, or you need to think about in general, what your message is, how you're going to be getting that to your client or your customers, and how to be as persuasive as possible. We're going to be going through that in this course. We're going to be doing some case study analyses as well as strategic communication plans, which will allow us to be more reflective and make sure that we are getting our message to our audience in the way it's intended. I wanted to focus your attention on our course outline or our course syllabus. So our course syllabus over the summer looks similar to this. You'll notice that there are a table of contents where you can go directly to the section that you're interested in looking at. The first thing that you'll be looking at on the course syllabus would be our Wolf Pact. And this is something that Richards College of Business has instituted, which basically demonstrates or gives students the opportunity to show and understand the importance of having honesty and integrity in everything that you do, especially related to things that are courses that you take at Richards College of Business, or basically all of your actions, even outside of school, in terms of integrity, behavior, actions, and conduct. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting this information in on a survey that you're going to be completing in Course 10 that will allow you to put your signature, your 917 number, and your date, and this just indicates that you understand, that you read, and that you plan to abide by the policies stated in your conduct with this Wolf Pact. The next thing on the course outline or the course syllabus would be the instructor information. So I just wanted to quickly go through this with you. As you can see, and as you may know, my name is Dr. Webb. I go by Dr. Webb, and my office is in Miller Hall. However, in the summer, I'll be having virtual office hours, so you really won't be able to find me on campus. However, I do have this web link right here. This will take you right to a Google Hangout. So you can see here, this is my Google Hangout. So anytime you click that, it will ring. Hopefully I'll be available and I can answer that for you. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to point out is I have my home office phone number that you can reach me at any time, as well as my email address. My email address is how I prefer to be contacted. You can also contact me by text. I like that as well, and that's using the remind.com app that everyone is required to sign into. And I'll be putting that on our course den under content for today's class, or the first class. So the next thing on this course outline would be the course information. So what you can expect in terms of what this course is about, making sure that it meets your needs. And then the next element deals with the actual delivery methods of the course, which is really important because this is an online course and we will be meeting synchronously through webcam using Google Hangout or Blackboard Collaborative. The important part of the delivery methods section of this course syllabus has to do with how you actually get your information and what you can anticipate. So you'll be getting all of your information in Course 10 under content, which I'll be showing you in just a moment. And it's important that you're aware that each day you should expect to spend the same amount of time online as you would if you were on campus in a class, which for the summer is 2 hours and 25 minutes or 135 minutes for the 17 days. which makes up the University System of Georgia's policy for 3 credit hours to be awarded. So please make sure that when you are thinking about your online classes for the next 17 days, that you consider that you will need to spend about 2 hours and 25 minutes each day. We'll be doing a lot of different activities. You'll be working with your team a lot as well. And as I mentioned before, please make sure that you use the sweb@wesca.edu in order to contact me. Do not use the mail function or the email function within CourseDen. The next section of the course outline deals with learning goals, which tie into our accreditation from the AACSB accreditation that we are honored to be a part of, which is a great accolade for the college, and it's a good selling point for you all as you graduate from an accredited business program. The important part next deals with our textbook and materials. Now, I had emailed you earlier in the week so that you could plan for the various resources. The first one would be the Strategic Management Communication for Leaders, which is by Robin Walker. This is available in the bookstore, but you can also find it online and you can rent it. It's been out for a couple of years, so it shouldn't be too expensive. And then the next book is a small book that should be really enjoyable to read. It's called The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader by John C. Maxwell. You'll be getting this. This is at the bookstore as well, or you can find it online relatively inexpensively. The other thing that you're going to need would be for your course materials would be a webcam, so that you can communicate with not only myself, but communicate with your team members and team projects that you'll be in the team project that you'll be working on. The course policies section of our course syllabus is probably the most important thing that you should be considering when going through this course. This gives you the course policies and expectations in order to do a good job in this class. So, for example, making sure that you are available and that you are able to be prepared and participate. And this means that when you're on an online class, that you're not distracted, or doing work online, that you're not distracted. And then when you are meeting with your team, that it's important that you make sure that you don't have things that are happening around you, such as checking email or working on your computer, sending messages. You should be focused and working directly with this course. Another thing is you will be working as a team, so it's important that you make sure you do your own portion of the work, and I have specifically created this project so that everyone has an equitable role. Another thing that you're going to be looking at is handing in professional documents. Because this class is about communication and effective communication, the way you hand in your documents is a reflection of yourself and your credibility. So as a result, you must make sure that you proofread, that you double check things. If they're, you should have spell check on your computer. You can have grammar check as well. There's a program called Grammarly that I'm going to be indicating for everyone to get so that you can always look at your documents, including emails, so you have proper grammar, punctuation, and spelling. The area on the course policies dealing with presentations, you'll be giving 2 presentations in this class. Make sure that when you give your presentation that you are dressed professionally. It should be business professional and not business casual. You can see here, and I'll give more directions for each of those presentations you'll be doing. The next thing that is very important, and this you can hopefully relate to in your business experience, but it's important to meet every deadline. If, for example, you know something is happening and you're not able to meet a deadline, please make sure that you contact me before the deadline. If you contact me before the deadline, most likely I will be able to look at your circumstances and give you an extension. And that extension could be even without any penalty. And in some cases, depending on your situation, there could be a penalty, but at least it will not be a 0. So again, make sure that you contact me if you know that you're going to have to extend a deadline or something has happened and you can't meet the needs of the course in terms of an assignment that's due, let me know in advance. And you can always contact me by phone, text, or have a Google meeting with me, a Google Hangout meeting. The area following the course policies are the assignments in this course, and you can see how they're laid out with 27% with participation, 58% with the team project, and then 15% with our final evaluation or our final exam. The grading is consistent with grading at University of West Georgia, and you can see the grading scale located here on the syllabus. Finally, on the course syllabus, we have the course calendar. This goes day by day on what you can expect, what is due, and what you need to do prior to class, which is the readings. This is laid out to you in this format. However, it is also located on CourseDen. CourseDen will be the most reliable and the resource that you need to use that would actually trump or enable you to know exactly what's due. Sometimes I deviate from the course syllabus depending upon the group or the group of students, or different things that I see within the project or within the course and the content. So if I tend to add something or if I remove something or an extended deadline or whatever it might be, please don't look at your course syllabus for that type of information. Again, your main outlet for getting information and having the correct information would be looking at CourseDen under content. Switching gears to our CourseDen, I wanted to show you exactly how to navigate in CourseDen and where you should go and what you should look at or focus on. So you can see here the announcements feed. I will be posting a lot of different information on the announcements feed. Right now I have the remind.com information. I have the doodle poll information for our first virtual class that you need to complete by today, which is our first day of class. How to set up a Google Hangout, which is something that when we figure out the dates, I'll be inviting you, but you'll be actually meeting with your team and meeting on your team independently without me. So this will show you how to do that. And then the snipping tool. And the snipping tool is a wonderful tool if you're not familiar with it that allows you to actually cut your screen, which you'll have to do in certain cases here in this course. So this is on that announcements feed. The other thing in this course you'll notice is a calendar, and I will be updating the calendar through checklists. So once you go into CourseDen, instead of going directly to the assessment or grade tab or communication tab, you'll go to content. In content, you'll have all of your days. Right now, I just have day 1 showing, but you'll see all of the days that you have listed, and then you'll notice a checklist here. This checklist can actually be put in another window and is off to the left as well. But once you finish things, like for example, reading or uploading your headshot, you literally will put check marks to make sure that you have done everything that you need to in the class for that day. And remember that each day will consist of about 2 hours and 25 minutes, so you can expect that. Once you look at that checklist, know what's expected, now you can go through the different sections. Often in this area, you can literally just click next, and it will go to each of the requirements in the course and what you need to do, including any kind of activity boxes. You can also click under day 1 as well, or at the top, and you can go through on your own the different areas. Also, I'll be keeping your grades up to date as well. So you'll be able to go in here and look to see where you've scored. And one of the first things that you're going to be doing in terms of the class list is making sure that everybody has a headshot of themselves, not only in CourseDen, but also on Gmail. The difference between strategic communication and just general communication is that it differentiates a manager from a true leader. The reason why is that higher order thinking skills are typically used when you are looking at it strategically. So you're analyzing things, or evaluating things, or synthesizing things. So you're looking at the whole picture and not just one area of how to communicate. In this course, you're going to be reading a book that's called The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader. The book looks similar to this. You might have a paperback copy, but this book has 21 qualities that you're going to be going through and you're going to be reflecting upon and applying it to the project in this course. You're going to be indicating how you yourself have used these qualities, or how you plan to use these qualities to make yourself a more effective communicator and a stronger leader in what you do, both personally and professionally. So that summarizes strategic business communication and what you can expect and what you can look forward to as we go through the different readings, the different activities, as well as the team project. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me by email, using the remind.com app as a text. You can use a virtual meeting link on the Google Hangouts, and you can also use my home office phone number. Again, I look forward to working with you, and if you have any questions, again, contact me. But for now, let's begin. Take care.